안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. Hello and welcome back. This video has 1.2 billion views. Billion with a B. More than a billion views. BLACKPINK, as if it's your last. Bit of a throwback BLACKPINK song, right? This is from a few years ago. I guess, in about 5 years to get 1.2 billion views is that's pretty good, isn't it? So interesting, different looks, right? This is before Rose had the pink hair, and but still, like, I mean, it's a BLACKPINK track, right? It's got that format to it. It's got the build up. Let's see. So in the beginning, it's in 4, and you have a very 4 on the floor, like a pulsing out of that 4 count. But in the percussion part, there is a little triplet grouping that's going on. So you have that 3 over a 4, like a triplet grouping that's going over basically a 4 count. So we got these two rhythms that are going on at the same time. They have those very clean breaks in between some of the sections here. You know, the beat drops out for like at least a full beat, maybe even 2. It's fun. It's a fun part of the track. Lisa, man, Lisa killed it again on this one. I mean, she's good, man. She's good. She's so good. They're all good. They're all, of course, they're all amazing. A lot of effects work, I notice. You know, certain stuff that has been applied to the vocals, and the I think it's the bass. That it has a very, you know, another one of those wonky kind of synth bass sounds to it. It's very upbeat, very nice time. You know, the actual pace of the song. It moves quite quickly, and it's fun. It's fun. Great use of color. The set pieces are awesome in this one. Lisa has that. She likes to always have that little throwback street kind of urban vibe, you know. Just her car set piece is very 90s rap video kind of like feel to it. But it's definitely, later on. So in the beginning, and I think it comes back once more. So we have that those two sort of rhythms that are going on, 1 and 3 and the 1 and 4, both in the percussion. In another section that follows that, I guess it's kind of pre-chorus, maybe even chorus. But there's some rhythm guitar parts that come in too, and it sounds very clean. It's not a distorted guitar. It might even be acoustic, or, you know, acoustic electric kind of a sound to it. But it's kind of like in the middle of the mix, but you can definitely hear it, and they're chunking out the chords. I hear 16th note subdivisions in that rhythm guitar part when it comes in. So it's doing something a little bit different from both the 4 and the triplet types of rhythms that were going on in the percussion in the parts before it. Yeah, it feels like, I guess, what I would expect a sort of earlier BLACKPINK track to sound like, but it still sounds like BLACKPINK, you know, like it's definitely them. Let me see. I want to pay more attention to the vocal. Heavy compression again in the beginning. Lots of compression. Boom, 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 right? 1, 2, 3, 4. But you hear over that, and that sort of light little clinky sound, clink, 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 is a 3 that's going over that. Reverb, definitely. Applied to both the vocals and the percussion. Here's where that rhythm guitar part comes in. See the way that ramps up on the it goes up like that. That's another application of one of those effects to the vocals that I don't necessarily think I hear that in the later stuff. Certainly not the most recent stuff. I don't remember that sound being applied to it anyway. So I'm trying to think, because it seems like there's a more concise feel to the vocal phrasings in this one. I don't in the other tracks that I'm guessing are later tracks than this, from later albums and stuff. There's this when for example when Rosé sings with her, it's called chest voice. You have chest voice and you have head voice, right? The lower end of your register is down in the chest, is sort of where the sound really emanates from. And when you go into the higher part of your register, the higher pitches, those are much more up here in the head. You can feel it actually. If you go up your register, once you get to the top, you can feel it's the vibration of your voice, but you feel like a buzzing kind of. And if you can control it, you can move it to the front of your face or head to get more of a tighter sound. Or if you can move, also some people can move it towards the back and get a more open kind of a sound. But when Rosé sings from her chest voice, like it's so huge, it like I'm always just kind of stunned by the sheer power of this voice coming out of this petite little beautiful woman, right? Like how, like, just where's that coming from, you know? But I didn't catch it yet in this one, you know. When I say that the vocal phrasing seems a little bit more concise, especially considering this sort of style that I have become accustomed to from Rosé, from Jisoo also. It still sounds good. It's still strong. It's very strong. See, that triplet feel comes back. And she likes to use that in her flow also. There it is. One on the two, like, see what I mean? That she loves to use that triplet grouping in there. Always. Rhythm guitar part comes back in. Jenny's, cause she will do the other rap parts, but she's singing a lot in this, and it sounds great, doesn't it? She sounds really good in this track. Blackpink in your area. Oh man. I love it. That clean finish still at the end is that cutoff. It's great. More concise vocal phrasing, in that I don't hear that big, booming, belting sort of sound that is sustained, right? But even so, like, they still have very strong voices. Like, after the beat drops and they come back in on the chorus and she says baby when she enters, it's like, it's very full. It's like a big round sound off of that consonant, right? And it's just, precursor to the stuff I hear that is like from later on chronologically, right? The stuff for later, they have very, very like powerful voices. It's just they do. And and Lisa just kills it again on her parts, on her section. That just, I always love that. I always look for, her triplet rhythm group, and then when it's more fun when she syncopates, which she starts to do later on in a lot of the tracks that I've heard so far, that are more recent anyway. She has the triplets groupings, the 16th note, which is basically in 4, and then she likes to add more syncopation in the later part of her parts, the later sort of phrases in her section. And the same, like, Jenny was singing more in this one, but it was so good, man. It was so awesome. It was so great. She kills it too when she has her rap parts, for sure. She's absolutely, like, she can hang with Lisa, you know what I mean? That's why they're both in Blackpink, right? So, but this was a good one. This was a good call, man. Good suggestion. 1.2 billion views, man. 1.2 billion. A billy. But understandable. Relatable, right? Like, I get it, man. It's Blackpink. How are you not just gonna adore Blackpink, man? They're very, very cool, very beautiful, very talented. And this was fun. This was a fun track from earlier. It's nice to go back and hear earlier stuff, since we're still sort of discovering a lot of these different sounds and songs and stuff. So, interesting approach to the production on this one, to the mix, how they chose to handle more concise vocal phrasing with some of the effects that they chose to use. And this is the production side, but still a bop, still not hard to see why it has 1.2 billion views. So, yep. Blackpink, they're queens, man. They're absolute royalty. And there's another release coming soon, so we have that to look forward to. I'm very excited for that. So, Blackpink, As If It's Your Last.